My name's Marty Mongiello, and I may have grown up with black and white television, but I still remember slightly questioning that big guy in the red suit. And I can't complain much because I got my first game computer from Santa, and honestly, it was called Pong. It was unbelievable. My brother Mike and I went crazy playing that thing on the living room rug. So in 1974, when they got the first 4 computers to talk with one another in America, and Dungeons and Dragons came out, boy, it was unbelievable when those arcade games showed up in 1976. Just 2 years later, and I began coding in 79 before I joined the military, and back then, we were using wooden box TVs for monitors. Heck, that's how I got started and became a White House chef, by watching The Galloping Gourmet and Julia Child. So by 1990, yes, I was on Prodigy, CompuServe, and America Online, building websites and eventually building computers. I've been gaming and designing since the dawn of computing on Earth. I was here for the beginning, and I've moved into AI, AR, VR, XR, and MR, which brings me to today. As a new player in War and Order, I am learning how to conjure and craft artifacts, as well as cast spells. You'll often see me learning my way through as a game character of Audrey Elysium, a known Fey High Elf female paladin knight who has taken the oath of vengeance. And I'm not an old-time legacy player, so I don't know everything. I mind my business often. I will appear in battles with a huge wrath totem and lots of lightning. Otherwise, you might find me peacefully tending to my garden in the sky. I'm Marty Mongiello, and I hope you enjoy my tips and helpful insights for War and Order. Okay, guys, tonight, Elite Adventures, we're going to showcase. This was a special request from my buddy Sofa. He said, you gotta show that number 19, how we won in our Alliance of Anno. So we are going to show that footage tonight. We have it recorded, Sofa. I know a lot of people have been asking me, hey, when is it show gonna happen? When are you gonna do it? Obviously, yeah, we're working on it, guys, and super psyched about showcasing it to you. This is number 19, Death's Border, that we actually won in EA. And as everybody knows, I am in Anno, so anonymous. I work inside of War and Order, the game, providing tips and tricks for you guys out there. I can't claim to be a high-level player. I'm not a 5-year expert. I'm not an 8-year expert. This is our 8th anniversary for this game from Camel Games. Just had a huge celebration week. And I've got some more information for everybody out there for the Wounded Warrior Project as well. Pretty exciting. So I'm going to showcase some of that tonight for you here. The Wounded Warrior Project, of course, live stream gaming. And we have a new initiative called Stream to Serve. So this is the web address right here. We're pretty excited about it. And Wounded Warrior Project is about a year into this, a year deep. So, it's really, really neat to see what they have come up with this. And let me showcase some of these slides to you here of what they're doing, because the Stream to Serve project is really reaching a lot of people in their homes in ways that we've never seen before. I'm going to shrink myself down a little bit so you guys can really see Taniki Richard here. She's one of our Wounded Warriors from the Wounded Warrior Project. She said, Wounded Warrior brought me to a new place in my life that I never thought was possible. So how cool was that? Right? I mean, that is insane that, these military veterans have embraced gaming, and through Wounded Warrior Project, that they're showcasing this now. Another one I'd like to flip on over here to is another slide from Stream to Serve, where The comment was, I'm streaming what I love and raising critical funds to help change the lives of warriors. I was actually on live with a lot of people Friday night. It was so exciting to talk to other veterans and build camaraderie. And they had girl players and they had guy players, and the lady player was making jokes saying, hey, if you don't have a big sword, you're not allowed in our club. So she was messing with another guy. You can join the fellow veterans, of course, like myself, live. If you'd like to jump in on Twitch, we are streaming on Twitch ourselves, the Twitch Entertainment Network. If you'd like to jump in and link up, with everybody on Twitter, let me give you the Twitter address there. So if you're a wounded warrior and you'd like to meet other veterans and do some gaming, super awesome opportunity here for you to engage in that. And I am so proud of what they are doing. They are literally reaching, guys, tens of thousands of veterans that we never thought would be able to be reached before. Angie Peacock said Wounded Warrior Project saved her life. Okay. And we've got another one here for you. Because of Wounded Warrior Project, I always now have a place to go where I'll be accepted. Being a veteran, like Anthony, and having gone through 5 deployments into the desert wars, and been to the DMZ with the jungles in Korea, living on 3 different continents. I moved 26 times in 21 years. It's not such an easy job. There's not a lot of people lining up to do it, to get blown up and come home and have 26, 30 facial surgeries and things like that. And Bobby said Wounded Warrior Project made him emotionally stable enough to pick himself up. He got a degree, he got married, and he started his own company. So happy to highlight a lot of this tonight. I hope that you are as excited to see what our veterans are doing here in the United States, also all over the world. I'm also a member of Invictus. So if you're thinking about joining us in Invictus with Prince Harry, they do competitions all over the earth, okay? Tonight, we're going to head on into that Elite Adventures that I promised, and I've got a little snippet here for you. I'm going to shrink myself down again like I do. Like I said, this is Anno Wins Death's Border. This is number 19. This is a particular module that everybody knows about. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you're thinking about playing War and Order, come join us. We're in Realm 1652. We're Anno, A-N-O, and we certainly would welcome you to join us. I work in Anno 1652. When you come into War and Order, you'll see that. You'll see realms all over the world. Millions of people playing, 50 million people, and you'll look for a realm, 1652, and you'll be like, that's the one where Marty and Anno's in. That's where I want to join. I want to join Anno. Okay, come on in, and we'll get you in there. You can start playing Elite Adventures with us right away. And what we did was we were very proud of winning Death's Border number 19. So let me shoot that on for you here right now. And I think you're going to like this guy. I'm going to narrate this a little bit. Help us through it. I've got my cell phone up here. There's number 19, Death's Border. Okay. And you're going to see what we did. We start over here on the left with our castle. And I've got this sped up now. I'm going to speed it up. You'll see the speeder head on up to 8 times as fast. This is going to just be a short video for you tonight. And of course, we do come out. You can see that right here. We come charging out. And, we're going right up the channel, right up the middle there, and headed past castle number 6, headed towards the enemy castle. I'm going to bring up the map now. This is a strategic map on the bottom. We are the blue, okay? So you're following us with the blue, and we're going straight up the channel there, headed towards the enemy castle over on the right. You'll notice our blockers are battling castles 1 and 2 here. They're holding off being invaded in our castle. Okay? okay? So those blockers in charge of defending our castle, they kind of stay down there. That's where I am, in defending our main castle. And you can see here in the middle, at castle number 11 right there, we're having a major battle, trying to get up the middle there. And guys, if we lose, we're going to get sent back home, okay? And we're going to come out charging out again. Here we go on to castle 14. We win, of course, as many times as we can. And you see a lot of people dying right now. That's the ghosts going up into the sky, okay? And so we got sent back home. You can see we're all back home, and we lost. We're going to come charging out again. And that's a lot of what you have to do. You have to come charging back out again. We've got our blockers on the left and right, and we're going to charge right back out again, up the middle to 11, 14. And you can watch us down there on the bottom. This strategic map is very helpful. I generally toggle this back and forth between the strategic map and the chat, because there is some chat going on of what to do, where to go, when to attack, what time. And we're just going to check, make sure everything's cool back there at the main castle, still holding them off, still battling left and right, holding everybody off. Let's run back up to the front and see what's happening up at the front, guys. There we go, into 20. This is a great technique, very, 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 very fast, okay? If you're struggling in your alliance of how to get through and attack this enemy castle in number 19, this is how you do it, guys, okay? Bada bing, bada boom, that's how you do it. Now we're gonna start, the second part here, and come on out, and you're gonna notice this is a little bit different in part 2. We've got a castle here, number 1, up at the front here. And I had never really seen this before, but this castle number 1, we're going to remove all of our defense troops out into number 1. And we're essentially going to make number 1 is what we did. We have 43 units in there, 45 units are in there. That's people, okay? Everybody has their own army. Okay, 46 people. A couple of people running back now to recharge, get recharged up, okay? And yes, they're still all out there at the front. Look at the grid on this particular one down here. This is more of like a rectangular grid. And the castles that are red, those are the ones where there's enemy troops. Okay? So if a castle's red, if it's white, there's nobody in it. Okay? So this is more of a grid pattern. And you'll notice we came out and we went up the second channel there. Look at the blue army advancing. The army back at the castle, that's what I'm at. Remember, we are defending. We are keeping them off of our castle. That's all we are there to do, is just defend, 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 and give these guys enough time out front here. We've got to give them enough time. If you're trying to figure out how to break through number 19, and you guys have tried a couple of times, if you can't get through Jets border, this is how you're going to do it, okay? This is how you're going to do it. And we're still back there defending, battling, protecting our castle. That's our job. If tons and tons of units die, they just come right back out again, defend, defend, defend. Here we are. Here's the front line troops. They're going to go into the castle, invade the enemy castle, take it. It's over. It was done rather quick, guys. And everybody was shocked and stunned instead. Unbelievable. Congratulations. Your alliance passed death's border. I wanted to show you tonight just a quick tip and trick of this, of how we got through. And I obviously was not the commander. I have told you many times that I am not a professional player. I've not been playing 5 to 8 years, okay? I'm not an expert at this, all right? I cannot claim to be a high-level player. I'm still studying and I'm still learning, and my whole show has always been about tips and tricks that a new player would experience who knows nothing, okay? And I'm doing a lot of listening and a lot of learning, and often I have to change a few things that I'm doing because I'm doing them wrong, okay? I'm doing them wrong. And honestly, if you want any kind of advice from people, ask those 5 to 8 year players. We have a a great couple of people. Blex down in Atlanta, a fantastic person to ask help. Unsaid, another fantastic person. Our king and queen, King Death and Queen Death and Prince Death, all fantastic people to ask, hey, I was wondering how this works. Like, I was wondering what to do and maybe like what I'm doing wrong. Okay. So just ask those old time players who have been playing a lot longer than you. And they're more than happy to help you to be successful at your games. Thank you guys so much. Hope you have a great one. Take care.